Hey YouTube, so let me put you in the spot that we can see everything. Ooh. So I figure I'll give this a test. Of this battery, since we did the other two. This is the back battery on the lectric xpremium. So we got that. Now we need the power cord. So we're going to start the test at 3 amps, and we'll gradually get down. We're going to go to 2 amps eventually, but we're not going to because we're at 159 watts, which is pretty much the limit of this. It's actually at 161 watts. Oh, we got to reset that. I left my computer on last night, but closed the lid, but it's still making noise. Got some work to do to this. Not really. This is an agate. I'm going to try working on that today and finish it up. Worked on this yesterday, but it's not a very good stone because it has a lot of faults. I'll try this. This is going to be a difficult one to do anything with because of the pitting. You can make a flat enough spot to mount it there, but I don't think I'm going to try that. Got a bunch of these that are already polished, but really hard to do anything with as far as make jewelry out of it. We'll see. So I got to monitor it for a little bit. It's already creeping up there, and you can feel the heat coming off of it already. So it's up to 56 degrees, so we have to turn it down too hot Celsius. Gets too hot, it'll just pop that chip. That's the problem. So we'll take it down to 140 watts. Okay, I'll be pausing the video and we'll come back to this when it's finished. It'd probably take longer than you think to do, but I need to move this over out of the way and move this over here out of the way. So, that being said, I'll put this on pause and watch this for a while, make sure I'm not going to overheat the tester, and I'll come back to you guys in a while. See how it ended up, whether this battery meets its capacity. Unfortunately, the only battery I felt that did well was the one for my XP. Well, here we go. This is the end of this video. We're going to see what we got out of this battery. We got even less than we got from the last one. 460. Wondering why it's showing. Yeah, it's showing less than a volt. 9.82 amp hours. So basically what I got from the XP battery. So it's kind of disappointing. That means that we're basically getting below the 20 amps that Lectric says that the bike has. It should actually be closer to 21, but we're only getting 19.97. We've gotten a couple of things from this testing. One, the bike's it's really, you get about 350 watts to 375 watts of usable energy. Once you get below that point, you're going to cause the bike to either shut off, the battery's going to shut down, or in this case, I believe, I'll test this right now and tell you, I believe that we are this battery has shut off, whereas the other bike, the XP, doesn't shut off. Yeah, it's showing, wait a minute, no, it's showing 43 volts, 45 volts, 46 volts, 45 volts. But I had this set to 1 amp. Even set at 1 amp, it was drawing more than the battery would produce. So basically the shutoff point is going to be about 43 volts. Once you get to that, the bike isn't going to move anymore. The other battery that is in the frame of the bike shuts completely off. Once it gets down to its shutoff point, it doesn't show any voltage. So we got 476 from that battery and 466 from this battery. 450 out of a 4-year-old battery. So my guess is that if I would have used the same test standards, that battery would have came to the same conclusion as the other two batteries. So now if you ask Lectric, they're going to tell you that it's generally, when they test batteries over a wide test of capacity, that they're all average to 499. Well, funny, I have two batteries and neither one's worse than the other. So basically, after 4 years, my XP battery's at full capacity, and these are somewhere in between full capacity and 95%. The starting voltage is lower on the xpremium 2. One battery was 54.4 and one was 54.2. The XP battery is 54.6, and I've checked it multiple times. It always ends up there. The only other bike battery I have to test would be the Bosch one for my Trek, but that is not as easy as you might think. I can't just plug 2 wires into the battery and get results. I also have to turn the BMS on in order for the battery to activate, so I have to supply the battery 5 volts while I test it, so it's a little more difficult. So we probably won't be testing that one, so usable capacity is about 350 watts. Once you get below that, you may run into your bike shutting off completely. Now with the xpremium with 2 batteries, it's going to be less likely to shut off completely, but it's still going to shut off at some point before it gets to the 40 volts or 39 volts that it's set at from the factory. But hey, bike capacity, battery capacities are different than other industries. I have my let's see if I can lift it up here. This Picron power station that I'm going to be testing tomorrow. These are actually rated so close to their actual capacity. Last time I tested this, I didn't test it, but I seen a test done on it, and it showed 590 watt hours out of the 614 as being available. There is some loss in the between the inverter and the battery, so hey, it does good. So we'll be checking this tomorrow, and I'll do a video. This is not new anymore. I've used it about 25 times to complete discharge, so we're going to see what the capacity is after it's been used for a while, whether it's the same, went up, or whatever. I've seen 2 different tests done with this, and they both came out to the same numbers, about 590 watts using the DC output. A little less for the AC output, but not much less. We'll be testing DC because that's what I use it for mainly. I usually don't use the AC part of this. I use this to run my my refrigerator, my 12-volt refrigerator. So, that being said, we got results for 3 different batteries. They're all pretty much close, but none of them made the 500 watts that they're rated at. They're all about 30 to 40 watts short of what they're rated for. Is it usable wattage? Probably not. It probably doesn't matter in the end. You probably end up with the same range out of all 3 batteries if you put them all on the same bike. Well, that will end my YouTube video for today. I'll get this posted, and I've summarized what it is. It wasn't surprising to me. I didn't expect them to make the full 500 watts. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions about anything I've done, just put them in the comments.